Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today we are going to be running through curving the cue ball with kick shots. And finally I can show you exactly where to hit in this video, thanks to the IQ cue ball. It just has some marks on it. A stands for above center, C stands for center, B stands for below center, and these are common contact points with side spin. So I can finally show you exactly where I'm hitting on the cue ball with that ball. So I'm going to shoot the shots with my Aramith red dot, and then I will just show you where I'm hitting with the IQ. So let's just get started. So let's say we are blocked. Let's say we're hitting center ball, and we are blocked from the regular path by the 10. So we cannot make the 9 in this case because of this 10 ball blocking. So I'm going to show you one way we can kind of change this. So if we use top spin, the cue ball, if we use top spin at high speed, I should say, the cue ball should come in, curve around the 10, and pocket the 9. So we need to hit it with a bunch of top spin at high speed. I kind of like to use a little bit of running English too, so a bunch of top spin at a high speed, and the cue ball should come into here and curve around. Sorry, something in my throat. The high speed delays the curve on the cue ball. So I'm going to show you this shot from a bunch of different angles and show you exactly where I'm hitting on the IQ. I can do that right now. So I'm hitting at this A, a little bit to the left of this A. So like if you extend the 2 up to this little, in the middle of this line right here, that is exactly where I'm hitting on this cue ball to get this curve. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the front curve shot using top spin. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a similar shot to that first shot we did, to the first top spin curve ball. Let's just say we're like that, where our regular kick is blocked and our backspin kick is blocked, and we are close to the rail. These need to be further if the backspin kick is blocked. So our regular kick is blocked and our backspin kick is blocked. These are closer right here, and we're close to the rail. So now we're gonna have to like kind of jack up just a little bit and use some top spin. It's basically the same shot, just with a looser wrist, and we are going to aim closer into the rail. And we're gonna have to follow through over the cue ball to make sure we don't hit the cue ball twice, because if we don't follow over the cue ball, it's gonna look like this. Because we're gonna hit that cue ball twice and send it over there. So we're gonna have to elevate like that and strike up and over through the cue ball. And the cue ball will come out, follow forward, and make that 9 into the corner pocket. It's not a hard shot, but it is pretty difficult. It's not really difficult, but it's pretty difficult. That's what I meant to say. So here it is. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the backspin curve shot when the cue ball is further away from the rail. So we're going to do it about here now. It still works the same way. We're just going to use a little bit of reverse spin. So we're using some right spin to bring it back. That just helps it bring it back. If you're shooting it the other way, use bottom left. But that'll just, the cue ball will go off this rail, it'll come up, it'll be spinning back and to the right, and that just helps it hook back and pocket that 9. So where's the IQ? Let me show you where we're going to hit. Back right, about this horizontal line right here. This is where we're going to hit, and we're going to hit it with a loose wrist and hit it pretty hard About medium hard pace because we want that spin to take. If we hit it too hard, I'll show you what happens. Curves too fast. Also be careful with that reverse spin. You're going to have to aim more up that rail. Let's actually put our cue ball like there. You're going to have to aim more up rail because reverse spin will want to bring the cue ball back towards you. And you want it to bring it back towards you once it hits up here. So if it brings it back towards you, you're using too much side spin and not enough back spin. So just keep that in mind, and here's the shot. Okay, so now just a quick thing about kick shots in general. So if you kick a ball, let's say off this rail, with center, no spin at all, you see how it naturally goes to the left? So what that means is left spin is now called running English. So left spin will lengthen the angle and build up the speed without hitting any faster. So you see how center ball took us to here, and now left spin takes us here. So if it naturally goes to the left with no spin, that means right spin is reverse spin. So that'll bring us up shorter than last time. So you saw how left lengthened it, and right shortened it. Now obviously if we hit it harder, the spin doesn't take as fast if it's running English. So it doesn't take as fast as if we hit it slower. But with reverse English, it's the opposite. It takes even faster. So we missed that by like a long shot. So always keep in mind what we're using. Backspin will always enhance like the spin. So if I use back left, it's going to curve even more than last time. And if I use back left slow, it's the maximum curve. If I use back right, it's going to enhance it even more. Also, if you elevate the back of your cue, that's another thing to keep track of. The back of your cue is elevated and you're hitting left, you're going to get the most curve. It even curved before I even got to the rail. It's a masse pretty much. So see how it just curves so much more? Most of the curve was taken right here. We were aiming for here, but we hit here. And if you're hitting back right, then that is just you miss it by even more. It enhances the spin. So backspin and elevation will always like lengthen the angle or shorten the angle depending on speed. So let's just grab the IQ real quick. So left spin regular, the 3. That 3 is regular. 3 over here is regular right spin. Enhanced, like the maximum spin you would get off of a rail would be along this diagonal line, these diagonal lines. If you elevate your cue, it'll be still these diagonal lines. So these are just like the common points right here, the 3s, and these horizontal lines right here. Those are your common contact points for these. That's what I just hit on these rails. So just letting you know what enhances the curve and lengthens the angle and shortens the angle. So that was it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, click that like button down below. And if you want to be notified when I post again, click that subscribe button and then the bell icon right next to it. That'll just send you an email and a notification saying that I've uploaded a new video. If you have any tutorial requests, let me know in the comment section and I will be sure to do them. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.